Hello and welcome. My name is Juni. I'm the product manager of Teledyne Marine's range of bathymetry multibeam systems. Thank you for taking the time today to listening in on our presentation of the update version 2.0 for the SeaBat multibeam systems.
With the T Series version 2 update that we released a couple of months ago, we've introduced some really nice features. But before I get to that, allow me to introduce you very briefly to the SeaBat T Series in general. We have three different types of topside. We have a portable, ruggedized and intended for small boat operations, all the way down to small jet skis. We have our rack-mounted solution that we see mostly used on normal survey vessels and scientific research vessels. And then we have our subsea bottle that is obviously for subsea operations, ROVs, AUVs, and deep tows. The T Series is known and has been known for a couple of years now for its excellent data quality and its quick turnaround time from deployment to final product. The version 2 updates consists of two primary feature updates. The first one being that we've introduced 1024 beams. So we've upped our data density from the already very high density 512 to 1024 beams per individual ping. That is by far the highest SeaBat sounding density we've ever seen. We've then added a couple of visualization features. This is what a SeaBat user interface looked like several years ago, many years ago. And a few years ago, we introduced, maybe 5 years ago, we introduced what we called history display. A pretty nice way of showing what the SeaBat looks like in real-time 3D. With the version 2 update, we've introduced color by depth in our sonar user interface. This makes it super intuitive to see what is going on the SeaBat in real time. And with that, let's go over to the recorded sonar demonstration.
Let me first introduce you to our SeaBat sonar user interface. In the main display here, we have the sonar at the top, wedge display below, and the SeaBat as a green line in about 7 meters of water right now. At the bottom, we have a couple of menus that exposes all the various basic sonar settings to the operator. So the operator can change anything he wants. Everything is available. We could see here range, pulse length, power and gain, but also absorption and spreading, swath coverage, steering angles, everything is available. Over to the right, we have our normalized backscatter display, a waterfall display showing normalized backscatter. Normalized backscatter is a SeaBat unique feature. It's a SeaBat unique output. Where we have compensated for all changes to basic sonar settings in real time. Let me show you some of the visualization features we have in the SeaBat user interface. The SeaBat has traditionally been displayed as a green line, or in fact a number of soundings, in this case 512. But it's difficult to identify features with certainty on the SeaBat based on just a green line. So some years ago we introduced a history display, which makes it super easy to see what's going on the SeaBat. We have recently, with the version 2 update for SeaBat sonars, improved this feature by adding color by depth. That means I can now color my seabed in real time, straight out of the sonar, based on what depth we are looking at. Makes it super intuitive to see this is shallow, this is deep, here's a feature, here's a featureless seabed. Now the color scale can be easily updated, because you can see how we are now moving into bluish, everything is bluish, but if I click on the color scale down here, it will automatically adapt to the average depth of this area. With the SeaBat version 2 update, we introduced 1024 beams per ping. The SeaBat sonar has always been capable of 512 beams per ping, but we have upped that now and thereby doubled your sounding density from the same piece of hardware. Let me show you the difference between 512 beams and 1024. Right now we're looking at 512 beams. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and I'm going to crank that up to 1024. Here you can see the difference in sounding spacing. You can see the difference in sounding density from 512 to 1024.
I hope you enjoyed that demonstration. We also introduced a couple of other features that we haven't covered in today's presentation. We have introduced normalized backscatter. That has been available for the T50 sonar for several years, but we have introduced that also now for the T20. Normalized backscatter, that's a SeaBat unique data output where SeaBat backscattering strength is provided in real time. So it's fully compensated for all the sonar characteristics. We've also improved the raw data logging features, so it's very simple to record raw data out of the SeaBat sonar today. You simply push the record button and you have your data. The SeaBat user interface is also now a replayer of already recorded S7K files. So with the version 2 update, we do consider the SeaBat T Series the benchmark in the industry.
Teledyne Marine. Everywhere you look.